Never forget what Bill Barr said a few weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, when he testified in front of the Senate Finance Committee. Said a lot of important things, but he said four very interesting things. First, he said there was a failure of leadership at the upper echelon, term he used, upper echelon of the FBI. Second thing the Attorney General said 3.5 weeks ago in front of the Senate Finance Committee. Spying did occur. Third, he said, there's a basis for my concern about the spying that took place. And maybe the most interesting thing, two terms he used that frankly I find frightening. He said there was, in his judgment, he thinks there may have been unauthorized surveillance and political surveillance.
As more information comes out about the Mueller investigation, an entirely new focus emerges. The investigation was never meant to actually uncover Trump-Russian collusion. Rather, it was a fishing expedition to see if any of President Trump's associates would turn on him and render false testimony that he or his campaign had done something illegal. At the center of the Mueller investigation is a question of how John Podesta's damning emails were leaked. Released by WikiLeaks, a politically neutral organization hosting information from a multitude of whistleblowers, the focus of the Mueller report was: how were the emails from the server in Democrat headquarters obtained? From whom? And who knew about it? Presumably, there are only two potentially criminal aspects of the release of the information via WikiLeaks. One, the means the leaker used to obtain the information. Two, the involvement of a foreign power in facilitating and maximizing the release of the emails. No such involvement was found, and no theft of the emails was proven. The great irony of the Mueller report is that it is known absolutely that the information on which the justification for surveilling President Trump was based was obtained via a foreign power, Great Britain. In the meantime, Julian Assange, the journalist who published the leaks, continues to suffer as a criminal, for the most part, denied communication with the outside world. And those seeking to imprison him are almost as desperate as those looking for justification for impeaching President Trump. Not only was the Mueller investigation a fishing expedition, it was a distraction meant to serve as a cover-up. What was the spark that lit the fire of the Mueller investigation? Dave Janda believes he knows.
On my way to the radio show this past Sunday, I received texts and a phone call from a phenomenal investigative journalist, Mary Fanning. She has written a number of pieces for the American Report with her partner, Alan Jones. And a piece just came out Sunday afternoon on my way to the station, and she wanted me to know about it, which was important because I was going to have General Tom McInerney on. The title of the piece was Comey Launched Trump-Russia Investigation the Day After a General Exposed the Hammer. That general was Tom McInerney. The exposure came on March 19th, 2017, on my radio show, Operation Freedom, which we did live. We've come to find out that when the Department of Justice Inspector General Michael Horowitz released the text between Strzok and Page, and the FBI did as well, sure enough, in those text messages were texts between Strzok and Page about the interview I had just done with General McInerney on March 19, 2017, bringing forward the hammer.
The Hammer Timeline, November 2015, U.S. District Judge G. Murray Snow releases the whistleblower tapes. August 19, 2015. Dennis Montgomery, under a limited immunity agreement, turns over to Comey's FBI 47 hard drives that he says prove the existence of Brennan's and Clapper's super surveillance system. March 4, 2017. President Trump tweets that Obama wiretapped him. March 7, 2017. WikiLeaks dumps CIA Vault 7, confirming the existence of the hammer. March 17, 2017. Whistleblower tapes. Trump wiretapped a zillion times by the hammer. Brennan's and Clapper's secret computer system. Published. March 19, 2017, 3:30 p.m. General Thomas McInerney exposes the hammer on America's airwaves with Dr. Dave Janda during Operation Freedom on WAAM Radio 1600. March 19, 2017, 4:26 p.m. Stroke and Page exchange cryptic text. March 19, 2017, 11 p.m. Stroke and Page exchange text referencing Montgomery and Clayman, hours after General McInerney's radio interview about the hammer. March 20, 2017. Comey announces Russia collusion investigation. April 24, 2017. FISA court lets Brennan, Clapper, and others amend their statements and orders destruction of criminal case records. The Mueller investigation seems to have been initiated to cover for Obama's illegal intel gathering operation, HAMR, now referred to as the hammer. Multitudes of well-meaning Democrat voters were falsely promised Trump would be impeached. The American people were traumatized by the threat of Russian scum. Multitudes of witnesses were threatened and intimidated. American financial coffers spewed out more than $35 million, all to cover for Operation Hammer. As they say, more are caught in the cover-up than in the crime. The Mueller investigation was so dramatic, so publicized, with so much invested, that it was impossible to ignore. A desperate, flamboyant cover-up that is now completely exposed.